My everyday drink choice.
Yeah.
But not every day, every day.
I'm not allowed to say that
Yeah.
that's my everyday bourbon because she thinks that people think that I have a problem. I don't have enough money to buy enough bourbon. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't have enough money to buy all the toys I want.
Okay, so if we do not kill ourselves by drinking too much or playing with dangerous toys or falling off of balconies,
Oh, jeez.
where are you in 5 years?
Man, that's tough. Right now, I'm in that stage of life, I'll tie it to kids, right? So my oldest will be 14, 13 or 12, and then 10. I'm assuming like lots of kid activities,
Right.
right? After school sports, dance recitals, etc. Definitely a scratch golfer.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of family stuff for sure. Scratch golfer, never
Yeah.
going to happen. I got a long ways to go, 5 years.
Unfortunately, those two things, I don't think they go hand in hand.
They don't.
Unless you were a scratch golfer before you made a family.
One more plug
like Scotty Scheffler.
for work, by the way.
Is he going to pop? Is he going to have a
Apparently,
baby?
like any day.
Any day?
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard
Did you
about
listen
it.
to 1010XL?
We heard about it any day, all during the
That's
Masters.
true.
Like it was
That's
supposed
true.
to happen at any moment. The reason we all needed to tune in.
Do you listen
Right?
to 1010XL, 92.5, local sports talk radio?
Yeah.
So this morning they were talking about it, and they're betting after he has his kid is now the time to bet against him.
Right.
Because he's going to have no sleep. He's going to be up all night.
Yeah.
He'll still win. Business-wise, so again, like I found this out through working what I call the blue collar industry, the fire department and nursing.
Mm-hmm.
I am just an entrepreneur at heart. I would assume that 212 will be still rocking and rolling pretty well. Like we've been on a really good run.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally that continues for 5 years.
Right.
You never know what happens in rules and regulations in the insurance and healthcare space, but I'm guessing there'll be one or two other projects that I'm working on. I don't know what yet, but
I was going to say, do you have anything in the works?
I mean, I don't know. Like I get approached often. It's humbling. It's great. Like,
Right.
hey, I want to start this. Are you looking to invest, or can I give you this business proposal and pitch? So, not yet. Like I think just kind of naturally, whatever.
Well, you got that award too from.
So that's tied to the Jacks Chamber Small Business Leader of the Year. That's tied to 212. But you said 5 years from now, I'd be shocked if I'm not at least attached to another business.
Right.
Because I like it.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for pain, right?
I'm not busy enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you in 10 years?
I'm retired.
Oh, wow.
51's young.
51?
Not retired.
I think that leads to a lot of vices.
I don't mean retire, but I plan on, when I turn 50, I want to take a year off to do, like I have a very specific bucket list. I have this all dialed up.
The kids are still home though, right?
Yeah, but they're close to do more stuff. Like, hey, I want to go scuba dive the Great Barrier Reef.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let me tell you what, I'm doing that with my kids, at least the ones that want to dive.
Right.
Snowboarding trips. Like there will be a time where I take a year off from work.
Yeah.
And I don't mean retire permanently, because I'm way too stir crazy to retire entirely. But 10 years from now, like I'm shooting for 50 where I get a year off to do just play.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to come back after that though.
Again, I think ideally is you have investments in other businesses, you're still tied to them. So there's residual income that comes.
You might just get real comfortable with that residual check.
Yeah. That'd be real nice.
What do they call it? Mailbox money?
Mailbox money, yeah.
Slipper money?
Everybody, I love when people are like, just do my course and you'll make $1 million a month. And that's BS.
Man. Yeah, well, that's how they're making $1 million a month, by sucking people into doing that.
Correct. Yeah. There's two things I say. So if you see a medication on a commercial, like the ads for medications, don't take that medication.
Right.
It is the most expensive medication that they have.
Yeah.
And then if I see an ad, like a digital ad promoting, look at my Ferrari and follow me and you're going to become XYZ, I'm like immediately running the other direction.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's clickbait, right?
So 10 years, 19, 17, 18, 16. Yeah, I'll have one in college.
Yeah.
So I'd like that period when they go off to college to be able to like go whenever I want.
Yeah.
Go to some college football games if they're out of college like that. But
what college team?
I'm saying my son better be playing football at Florida State.
Oh, okay. So you're going out to watch.
I'm saying that you said 10 years from now.
Yeah,
that's
10 years. Your kids
it's
start.
It's tied to kids and family activity, and then just doing stuff. I think life, like adventures and memories, are more important than stuff. Like,
right.
To me, every time I see an Amazon charge or a Target charge, I'm like, what do we have to show for it?
Right.
Besides more stuffed animals.
More stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Not including golf clubs though. Like I'm all about
it's hard to
spend
see.
as
It's
much
hard
money as you want.
just playing the devil's advocate. It's hard to see memories.
I see. What are you talking about?
You
Remember that
can,
one
right?
time you and I
can.
hung out on the radio show? I see it. I see it now.
All right. So last 2 minutes of the last segment. Who do you want to meet the most for you personally and also professionally? Doesn't have to be the same person. Who would you personally love to meet?
Man, that's tough.
And who would you professionally love to meet?
So I think personally, I loved Peyton Manning. I think he'd be cool to have a beer with.
Okay.
Him and Eli Manning, who I actually have a funny story about having a beer with Eli Manning. Can't tell that on camera.
Okay.
Peyton Manning's one. Tom Hanks is another. There's just people like who would be fun to sit down and talk to and have a beer with.
Yeah.
And then like my brother passed away 10 years ago. I'd love to see him again and have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Professionally, it's funny. I could show you my prospect list, but to me, it's if someone's meant to meet me professionally, it will happen. I don't like. There's no one. I don't have a list of like I need to meet this person tomorrow. And maybe that's not good. That like a lot of sales and marketing people were like, how can you say that? I don't have. There's no names that immediately come to the top of my head where I'm like, I have to meet that person.
That's not a bad thing because you're not chasing around somebody that you think is going to help you. Instead, you're waiting for the opportunity where somebody's going to come to you organically.
Look, I'm out in the community meeting and talking to any and everyone I can and hopefully bringing value in a friendship and a relationship and driving business to you. But like there's no one that jumps out to me. I'll have to think about that for sure. Now, the other question is like, do you want a list of people that I want on the radio show? Oh, I'm real specific on that.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh my gosh. Any Jaguar players retired. We've got the Jaguar Foundation lined up. Anyone tied to the Jaguars. Like I'm ride or die Jaguars.
Okay. That's
probably
as a Steeler fan, I'm sorry.
Whatever, man.
We'll see you. We'll see you this year.
And then anyone, like honestly, anyone that works in healthcare or business that wants to have a good time and enjoy themselves.
You're supposed to drop names, man. This is going on the internet. Who do you want to? Who's on the radio show next?
I have to go back to you because again, I have a list of it. Like so, Pat Garrity, that's the CEO of Florida Blue, busy man. I'd like to sit in a room with him and ask him some hard questions.
I want to talk to Pat Garrity too because supposedly they have people who go into the homes and do safety assessments, and that's the reason why they won't pay us for the 6 patients we saw. I'd love to meet Pat Garrity.
So we can talk about it on camera or not. I assume the segment's over, but that's one of the events. There's a healthcare symposium coming up in a couple months at Florida Blue. Mm-hmm. He might be one of the speakers. I don't know yet. He's a tough man to get in touch with.
Oh, most of them are, right? Yeah.
That's probably the wrong person if you're trying to get paid from Florida Blue.
I'm not really worried about getting paid. I just want to figure out what their end game is.
Yeah. Good luck.
Is that a good place to stop?
Oh, that's the one. I would delete that, but I don't appreciate it.
I'll cut the end of it off.
I don't care.
After I said something about literally,